Hi, Joanne here, Joanne Reeves-Baker on the Courage to Succeed video series. Now, this one is way more hippie than any of the others, and it may not resonate with all of you, which is absolutely fine, but it will resonate with those of you who perhaps don't connect with the witch archetype, but do connect with priestess. You may perhaps have a disconnect with the goddess archetype as well, but again, priestess feels more comfortable. And the priestess archetype could very well be a past life, a reincarnation memory. And the priestess, the time of the priestess was from prehistory. It gets touched on a little bit in the Iliad with the stories of the Amazons. So we're really going way back in time now, and we've lost just about any references to it. There are a few pieces of history that touches on the stories of the roles that these priestesses played, sleep priestesses, healers, but they very much came from a time when we were matriarchal and we were more connected with the planet Earth, with Mother Nature. But a lot of us will experience a connection to the wound, the priestess wound, which is when the patriarchal, the pantheon of gods that were led by Zeus, you know, the big masculine figure, and the other religions associated with the masculine figure, was sweeping through and breaking down the matriarchal religions. There was a lot of fighting around this time, and there were a lot of temples that were destroyed. And I definitely associate more with priestess than with witch. And that's reflected in how many of my clients have come to me and they've had that priestess wound. The interesting thing is that priestesses, they were leaders, as many wise women have been over the centuries. But in the priestess role, they were allowed to be leaders. They weren't hidden away. And there was the punishment of it when the temples fell. So there's healing around being at war with the men, with the patriarchy, and the grief of seeing everything that they worked for, that they loved, disappear into the waves. So this can be a wound that is holding you back in your business, especially if you need to be stepping up as the leader, if you need to be showing your skills of showing how there is a different way. There's a different way to exist in this world. There's a different way to take care of yourself. There's a different way to have relationships with people. And this is where, once you've been that leader, how do you find that safety to be the leader again? How do you get the courage to step into that space as a woman in the 21st century? The interesting thing is that although we as women have come through this space of being attacked as women, at this point in time, it's actually the planet that's under attack rather than us. So we need to let go of our wounds of when we were attacked so that we can defend the planet. And I think that's why a lot of us are in business, because we know that we are spreading love. And if we are spreading love, we are lessening anger. And it is the anger that is destroying the planet. So there will definitely be a masterclass on this particular wound. I think it's a really important one. Even if you're not that hippie, the story behind it may well work as a metaphor for you to step you into that leadership role. So as always, you know where I am. Do give me your comments and your feedbacks, and I'll see you next time.